Hey folks, with this video, I'm going to need your help. You see, it covers Disney, CAA, and Miramax, and of course, Harvey, in a very unflattering light. And that usually means that it gets buried by the algorithm on certain platforms. So if you have social media, with this one, please share it out everywhere you can. It'll really help. And this particular segment was inspired by an unblinking Variety article that seeks to expose just how bad Hollywood can get, just how bad the big players are, and just how corrupt they can all become. Because that's kind of what it sounds like happened here. And as of this recording, all of these things should be understood as allegations. They sound more than credible, of course, and there is a lot at stake. So we're going to wade into the terrible muck that Disney, CAA, Miramax, and Harvey were all reportedly swimming around in. Buckle up. Here we go. So it seems acclaimed English actress Julia Ormond has filed a lawsuit against Harvey, as well as influential Hollywood entities such as CAA, Disney, and Miramax. She also mentions a whole host of other names. Now, Ormond's 90s roles are considered classics like Legends of the Fall, First Night, and Smilia's Sense of Snow. She has quite the legacy, in other words. She's had a good career. And she, like many others, have had a very bad encounter with Harvey. Now, this lawsuit is significant. It's different than all of the others because it not only targets Harvey himself, but also brings alleged clarity to the involvement of his business partners who profited from Weinstein's work, exposing to the court and all the world those that essentially enabled his alleged misconduct. Now, Weinstein has faced numerous forced adult behavior lawsuits following exposés that came to light in 2017, and that detailed his alleged patterns of misconduct towards multiple women in the entertainment industry. However, it's relatively uncommon for companies that benefited from his work to be implicated as defendants. Now, Ormond filed her lawsuit in New York Supreme Court, asserting that Weinstein forced intimacy with her in 1995. She claims that after a business dinner, Harvey coerced her into giving him a massage, then forced her into intimacy, and then forced her to perform oral relief. Now, Ormond also reportedly informed her agents, Brian Lord and Kevin Havane of CAA, about the incident. But according to the lawsuit, they discouraged her from speaking out and failed to protect her. Consequently, Ormond is suing CAA for negligence and breach of fiduciary duty. So, sounds like she has a case. Miramax, which of course Harvey co-founded with his brother Bob, and Disney, the parent company of Miramax during the 90s, they're all named in this lawsuit for negligent supervision and retention. The lawsuit implicates former Miramax and Disney executives, including Michael Eisner and Jeffrey Katzenberg, although they're not specifically defendants in the case. But according to Ormond's suit, these companies and their executives were very well aware of Harvey's alleged misconduct, but failed to warn Ormond because he was deemed too important and too profitable. Ormond is invoking the Adult Survivors Act to file her lawsuit, which allows for a look-back window beyond the statute of limitations. Now, we'll set aside the fact that that's legally precarious and just talk about it specifically, because the act was passed after the #MeToo movement, and it empowers survivors to share their stories. Now, Ormond hopes the lawsuit will contribute to corporate transparency regarding workplace reporting structures and the use of non-disclosure agreements to silence victims. Now, I imagine she considers her career over at this point and therefore knows that obtaining future jobs or representation will be very difficult now. Of course, Harvey, who's been convicted of bad behavior in 2 trials, denies Ormond's allegations. His attorney is Imran Ansari, and has said Harvey categorically denies the allegations and is prepared to defend himself. Well, I mean, what else would he do? Now, in the interview with Variety, Ormond explained that she chose to speak out now because she believes that change is still needed in Hollywood and other workplaces to prevent this kind of misconduct. She emphasized the importance of holding enablers accountable, stating that Harvey could not have acted unabated without those enablers. And Ormond also emphasized the need for early intervention and the consequences of failing to address misconduct from its very outset. Now, Ormonds' legal action reflects the darkest side of reputable companies that is or has taken place in the entertainment industry, which many assumed, but now starting to see them revealed. Those terrible dark thoughts. The deep-seated issues of harassment and misconduct were often concealed and ignored in the old days, and whatever the result, the revelation of bad behavior here from the most powerful entities in Hollywood will likely reverberate for years to come, continuing to form dark clouds over some former glorified behemoths. Now, provided Ormonds' accusations and charges are true, what do you think the consequences will there be any? Will reputations of Disney, CAA, and others be permanently impugned? And finally, will everyone who served up to Harvey, any of his victims, be unmasked? Good questions all, I think. Please leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, and please drop a like on this one. It's the only way that we can beat that stingy algorithm. Be sure to take care of yourself, of course, and others. And until next time, I'll see you.